Hey, oh, hey, how's it going? This is Christy, just giving you guys a quick update. You've been following me in my journey with ADHD, sticking to routines and sticking to a good diet. I've been testing out my dietary regulation bracelet. The video is a couple videos back if you want to see just generally how it works. And things have been kind of stabilizing nice and like heading down. I'm trying to make this more of a natural thing. This isn't really like how fast can we lose weight thing. I'm just observing like how just using this naturally along with my day kind of can create a better situation of weight for me, and it kind of already has. I'm sitting around hovering at about 154 right now, but I feel like I still could be doing better just on the points that I have. I've still been eating lots of fast food, fatty food. All my macros are not exactly perfectly on. I did a little bit better yesterday. I skipped fast food because I had like a snack before that, and I had some like frozen bean burritos that I could make. But for the most part, I'm being really casual how I follow this. And in that sense, I'll be honest, this thing has been really great. It's really kept my weight kind of capped down. I'm at like a reasonable size, and I was just thinking yesterday, I feel like if I added like a workout routine, I wouldn't have to change a thing about the diet that I've been eating, or if I fixed my macros, I wouldn't even have to start a workout routine. So, I mean, in a sense, it's been pretty successful. I wanted to talk about something. The reason why I haven't made a video in the last couple days is because I usually try to have a weigh-in first, so I'm still stuck at like 154. But I was just at this point where I was eating and I wasn't able to go to the bathroom. And I had this kind of like weird thing happen because I got apples and I figured, you know, more fiber, and I had been having my fiber powders and my fiber teas and all these other different things, and still nothing was moving. Now I know things do eventually move, you know, or go to the hospital or whatever, but I tried something that was kind of weird. I was trying to eat an apple, and I've been trying to anchor my my fruits and my vegetables with like a small amount of protein just to make them kind of like stick to my body a little bit more. And so like usually I'll have, you know, like a piece of fruit or vegetable, and I'll combine it with like a boiled egg or like a piece of cheese or like something, you know, like usually a protein or a fat anchor. It just depends on how hungry I am. If I'm like less hungry, I usually do like a little protein anchor just to kind of like give it something like that has some protein, a bite of cottage cheese or something. But if I'm feeling really hungry and I want this apple to fill me up, I have a fat anchor, and it would be like a piece of cheese, or in this case what I did is I had some cold bacon in the refrigerator, and I just grabbed a piece of that and I just ate this cold bacon with the apple. And I don't know what happened. It was like almost instantly I felt everything just like time to move, and within like 2 hours I was completely having my flow. And then I woke up this morning and all over again, and my stomach is just completely drained. So I don't know what the phenomenon was with that. It could have been the fiber with the sugar kind of like set everything started going, but I'd had like an apple before. It felt like that bacon, like the fat and the salt just kind of like kicked in my gastrointestinal system and was just like, let's get it going, guys. And so that was really interesting. I think I'm going to keep testing out the fat anchors because that is helping me with you know, keeping full on things that are generally something that would just pass right through as far as like the hunger levels. And also it was kind of weird because I had my like my bacon apple, and then the kids were like, oh, let's go to McDonald's or Taco Bell, and I had been craving McDonald's or Taco Bell like specifically all week. Usually I just kind of like let it pass if I don't have any real hunger, but like this was lined up. It was a meal time. I was hungry. There was time to go, you know, I was craving it. And it was like I didn't even want it all of a sudden. It was like something about that apple and the bacon just made me like no, like I'm good. It like cut out food noise around fast food, and I was like smelling french fries on the way home. Didn't even ask for one. Normally I'd want at least one sneaky fry, and it was like it just kind of cut all the food noise out. So I'm having fun and just kind of continuing to sample this. That was just a strange result that I get that I thought that I'd mention. But also it's just another way to make sure that you're getting in your proper macros. I think sometimes when you're on a restriction diet, you of any kind, you know, and so technically this is still restricted. And so, you know, I feel like you have a more of a tendency to avoid those like blank foods because you're like, no, I need something that's going to fill me up. And I do feel like in order to make those foods kind of more relevant so that's easier to add into the diet is instead of trying to replace something else, you know, acknowledge your body's still want to have some fat, still want to have some protein, but we do want to still get that apple, you know what I mean? And so if you're craving fruits and vegetables, but they're not, you're afraid that they're not filling enough for you, and we're still trying to stick to our limitations, I highly, highly, highly recommend the tastiest fat bomb that you have available to add to that in order to kind of like anchor it. Now, we'll talk about the gastrointestinal thing. I've got some people who are going to try out that apple cold bacon trick for me who suffer from you know, chronic constant bowel movement issues. And so I'm going to contact some of my friends and see if next time they're a little backed up, they want to give that a trick and see if it does anything, you know, because we know apples are good, but they're not perfect at it. And so I don't know. Anyway, so this is why it's an experiment. We do everything in tests, we do everything in phases. We just follow and track and kind of like find out what does what. And maybe I'm the weirdo. Maybe bacon and an apple is just good for me. But I'll tell you what, it's what kind of broke me back through to where I needed to be. And on that note, I hope you are treating yourself very, very well and have a great day. Cheers.